Then we ask ourselves, why leadership? Why do we talk about this topic we call leadership? And I'll start by giving you a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said, an institution is simply the extended shadow of its leadership. That quote carries a lot. What does it tell us? It tells us that if you look at an institution, whatever is happening, whether it is in terms of performance, whether it is in terms of underperformance, then you better look at its leadership. We have many examples. Safaricom, our own, is here with us. It is now the #1 company in terms of profitability, not only in this country, but in Africa south of the Sahara. It is one of the most profitable companies. How did it get there? If you looked at the leadership that was behind it, then you realize that is how it became a great company. Look at our Equity Bank. Equity Bank, in about 2007, it was a building society. It was never a bank. And between 2007 and 2019 today, where is Equity Bank? It is one of the biggest banks in this country in terms of the customer base. And in terms of the asset base, it is just next to KCB, Kenya Commercial Bank. Now, within 10 years, Equity Bank became such a great bank. It is a bank that we talk about all the time. Why did that happen? Let's look at his leadership. Dr. James Mwangi, and we all know Dr. James Mwangi. He is the one who has built it. He is the one with his team. Out of his leadership, Equity Bank has become great. But then also on the other side, let's look at the companies that were once great, but today we don't even talk about them. Nokia. When the mobile telephones came into being, which company? I mean, all of us. If you didn't have a Nokia, then you didn't have a mobile phone. But today, do you hear of Nokia? Today we are talking about Samsungs. What happened to Nokia? If you look behind there, in Nokia we are told when they started getting into innovation, they just wanted to stick to their old Nokia. The leadership did not drive the environment to be creative so that they can be competitive enough. They were just found by companies like Samsung, and that is how they were overtaken. Yeah, the other company that we can talk about today is Nakumatt. Nakumatt, once a great supermarket, today is gone. Again, is it just simply because they didn't have customers? Then that falls back again to its leadership. Let's even look at countries. Let's forget about businesses, countries. Let's compare Kenya and Singapore, our own Kenya and Singapore. Are you aware that Singapore came to Kenya to plan how to do strategic planning, to learn about strategic planning? And as at independence, Kenya came up with a session paper, which was our strategy as a country, to fight 3 enemies. That is education, knowledge, education, diseases, magonjwa, all right, and poverty, umaskini. That was our strategy. Today, we've done much, but are we there? Not at all. We still have a lot to do. But let's look at Singapore. Singapore came in, learned how to plan from us, and they went back through their leadership and applied what they learned. They applied their vision, they applied their strategy. Where are they today? We can't compare. Singapore is a first world. We are still a developing world. That is the difference. In fact, there is this saying that while Singapore were executing their plans. In Kenya, we executed the planner. We were executing the planner. Who was the planner? The planner was the great Tom Mboya, because as at independence, he was a great man. He was a great man. He planned everything. He was a very good planner. He is the one who came up with the sessional paper number 1, 2, and 3, which the Kenyatta government applied, and we developed for the 15 years that our first father of the nation, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, was there. The Kenya realized not less than 7% economic growth, until, of course, later on when we started having leadership problems. Let's be honest about it. Started having leadership problems. So even countries, you can compare countries. Leadership has either brought down countries or they have propelled countries to greatness. So those are some of the examples which tells us why leadership is so important, why we should become great leaders, why we should be interested to know exactly where we belong in this leadership, and hence this course, which will help you to become a great leader. As we go on, you realize what becoming a great leader is all about.